These are weird times. Pluto Aquarius. And I'm going to show you what happens for your sign. Pluto and Aquarius, all 12. Brain Rot Edition. It's Mr. Meyer with the fire. Here to take the collective vibe higher. I missed your face, Fire Family. It's good to see you today. Let me show you the chart. This comes from the heart. So, guys, Pluto just moved into Aquarius, and we will have Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 flipping years. How crazy is this? Check me out. 2024, 2044, 2024, 2044. Do pause the video if you do like to see the chart ooh to the we. Let me repeat something. 20 years. 20 years. It's a long time. Why are you shouting, bro? Chill. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Because why? Let me tell you about Pluto, Aquarius, and then we're going to go through all 12 signs. And then you will see how real this shit gets, man. Pluto is arguably not a planet. It's so far out. Some people think it's a dwarf planet. They think it's a little chungus, not a big chungus. Okay. Regardless, Pluto is orbiting the sun that we orbit around. So it is in the solar system. It does have an effect on us. And this is a weird thing about astrology, the study, the art, the science of astrology. Even planets out of our solar system have an effect on us because everything's vibration. But who the fuck cares? That's really the best question. So Pluto takes around 250 years to go around the sun. And in that time, a lot will happen. Do you guys remember the last 250 years? How long have you been on the planet? Me personally, not that long. I don't know why I looked at that's not even a watch. It's not that long. I'm new here, guys. This is my first day, basically. But Pluto is so far away. You could consider this a generational planet or even a multi-generational planet. Like I just told you guys, Pluto will be focus. Hey, I know I'm losing some of y'all, but hey, Pluto will be, I gotta make it more Sigma. That's why I can't get you guys' attention. Pluto will skibbity toilet Ohio for the next 20 years in Aquarius, okay, basically. And around that time, a lot of shit's gonna go down. We're gonna have flying cars. We're gonna have, airdrop pizza. Um, bro, there'll be a jelking machine in every shopping mall. You won't even have to go to the shopping mall. It's all VR. You will go there in your mind and they will just drone that shit to your door. So get excited. And everything's free. It's universal, sustainable abundance. Think about that for a little bit. But in any magnitude, we got a little bit of a ways to get there. We are still experiencing like the remnants of late stage Pluto Capricorn. Okay. And I just want to say really quick before I talk about Aquarius, sometimes you don't even get to see what Pluto was doing until the kids born under this Pluto transit get old enough to start making decisions and take power in the world. Pluto is the name of the Roman god of the underworld, Hades, hell. Oh shit. We talking about the devil? I don't know. But Pluto, it's so far out. The archetype, the astronomers named it after this god to reflect some of its archetypes and characteristics. And fun fact, Pluto was discovered in 1930, and we were somewhere in the world wars. Weapons of mass destruction. Oh shit. So Pluto's energy, archetype, expression is all about death and rebirth. It's about removing things, eliminating things, purging things, evolving things, getting better. So I like that. And Aquarius, on the other hand, is about us. Yeah, us, you and me, the whole society, the whole community, the whole world, life itself. This is the community, it's divine will, it's the greater good. Aquarius is an air sign, it's fixed. What does that mean? I mean, someone took him to the vet? Nah, it's a fixed air sign. So it's about intellect, air, in the most stable, true, enduring way. I want to say truth is really a big part of Aquarius energy. So this 20 years beyond flying cars and joking machines, I feel like I already lost the focus. So I guess I got to do this quicker next time. I'm taking that as a sign that it's the information age, of course. So the way that you'll be able to use this internet for your advantage, for your success, it's going to be, I can't understate it. It's going to be amazing. And also, we may need this internet as a tool to make sure that we stay free, to make sure that we stay connected as a society and that we can really advance ourselves technologically as well. So, that being said, everybody is different. So, when you watch Pluto go through your chart, it's going to go through a different house than everybody else. Like if you were an Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising, or one of the other, or all of the above, this would affect you differently than a Leo person and a Virgo person and a Gemini person. So follow along with your chart, follow along with your rising sign. If you guys have never heard about the chart, the natal chart, you're about to natal start. You need to go get a free birth chart from this same internet. Search it up. You'll get it for free. If you don't know your time, put about noon or midnight or get close. And then you'll have to start working on the houses and the moon. So if you don't know your birth time, I would just watch your sun sign and see how it relates to you. Or I'd watch them all if you want to know about the whole freaking world. Hell yeah. But apart from that, I also want to say that in the 20 years of Pluto Aquarius, we're probably going to make a whole separate video on this, but there's going to be a lot of planetary cycles within this time. For instance, Saturn will make about 75% of an orbit. Jupiter will make like 2.5 orbits. Mars will spin around the sun like it's dizzy. You know, Mercury will do all types of stuff. We'll get like hundreds of lunations, right? Is my mathing? Am I exaggerating? We'll talk about it later. You know, so within the time of Pluto Aquarius, you're going to have something very important to understand, but a lot of action in between. Your life can change in a day. But we're going to talk about the 20 years. And really, when you look at a chart, clearing my throat because there's some gems, man. When you look at a chart, either an astrology chart or even the stock market, bro, higher time frames hold higher power. So that's why we're talking about Pluto today, because Pluto is like the hour hand on the clock, and everything is like a smaller hand, a faster hand. Okay, so what time is it? It's Pluto in Aquarius. Get excited. Is my video panel on? I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna just keep it off. All right, gangnam, let's go. Let me show you what's up. Happy Sag season. You may be watching this some other time, but today is November 24th. I'm going to move this chart to Aquarius right quick for us. And then we're going to start just jumping around house by house. We'll start in the first and we'll go, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth. We'll take it in order just to make it make sense. But that being said, on the zodiac, this may actually look a little backwards for you guys, but pay no worry, no mind. You see this right here? Like this is the natal chart, guys. And if this is new to you as well, I don't know if I got the time to explain it all. You may just need to grab Simplified Astrology. But here we have the Aquarius rising chart. And it's Pluto right on the ascendant. It's just sitting right there in the first. So this is going to be a very powerful time for the Aquarius risings, to say the very least. This is really going to be an era. Because the 20 years, that's, I think the word is an era, a chapter, an epoch even of what? Self-transformation, whole new identity. And you'll see a lot of spectrums here, a lot of polarities when it comes to this energy. But some of these Aquarius people with Pluto in the first house is going to be about establishing your right to exist. You may find a lot of conflicts with people and yourself. It's about evolving you. All right. So what part of you needs to die off? What part of you needs to be let go of in order for you to become a greater person? And there may be times, like I said, where you have to establish that right. You have to assert yourself. Some people may want to hold their power over you and judge you. And sometimes for the betterment of you and the person and everybody, you have to change. So you'll see a lot of that. If I could put this in brain rot, you're ditching the beta and you're rocking that shit that says, I don't care. I do what I want. But you're going to be going through identity crises. Let's keep it a buck. Who the fuck am I? Do I exist? What's the point? Why am I here? Extreme nihilism, despondency, depression, pain, sorrow, Pluto, death. Oh yeah. It's crazy. Bro, and this is the funny thing about statistics is like everybody in one of these groups will die. And technically they probably already did on like the first day of Pluto and Aquarius, just because, we have thousands of people born and dying every single goddamn day. So it just kind of dawned on me. It's like, bro, some of you guys, this is fucked up with Pluto Aquarius. Some of y'all won't make it to the Pluto Pisces update, but it's all okay because you'll probably jump into another body. And regardless of where you go, you'll be too dead here to care about that shit. So it'll be all right. But, if people try to mog you, you just remember it's time for them to get mogged. All right. So really, if I were you, Aquarius rising, like I'm not gonna bullshit you. I would really just focus in. I would lock in. I would make sure that this was my time to shine and personally evolve. Because the power is in your court, man. And I really am a proactive astrologer. So I suggest to you that everything outside of you is for your use. And you can use this energy with Pluto to destroy every fucking thing in your life that holds you back from greatness. By definition, average people like us, we get to have an average life on average. So you have to go a little bit above and beyond the ordinary to be exceptional, to stand out. So I don't encourage you to settle for mediocrity or anything less than your known potential, because that by definition would be stupid. So don't be stupid, man, and give yourself permission to change. And remember, sacrifice being an innate part of this game. And if you can't make peace with that, you'll feel like your life isn't even yours. And it certainly is. And really, the sky's the fucking limit. And on top of all that, Aquarius, I need you to stay inspired, but also do understand that there's power in a group and you can accomplish way more with the unified effort than an individual one. So you have to be willing to embark on that journey, pioneer by yourself. But at the same time, this is a world and it's us. And you need to be able to put people in positions to succeed and employ the strengths of others for your own ministry too. And that's going to really help you move forward with great leverage. But also remember, people really only lead through example and people only follow through virtue. So you're going to have to really get that shit together in your own life before anybody really wants to hop to and hawk to your motherfucking train. What am I saying? Do I make sense? I hope so, because that shit comes from my heart, man. Mr. Mark. It comes from Mr. Meyer with the fire. Bro, Leo Mars is right on top of my son right now, and I'm just like, I want y'all to win, bro. So fucking bad. I want you guys to win and really bring that uniqueness to the world that we're missing. That part of you that's different, that's intrinsically valuable for that reason alone. No bullshit. So I just can't emphasize enough how much technology can change your life. This same phone or computer that you're listening to me on will change the world if you use it correctly. So I'm getting avoid the bullshit. Don't get distracted. I like these transits that we're starting under. Honestly, I'm so connected to the planets. I feel like I can speak right through them. So I hope that this is resonating with you in a positive way, man, because I just know you're destined for greatness. If you can stand in my energy and have the interest to do this, I know where I'm going, bro. So it's like me and the fire family, we going up. And it's about creating your own collective identity as well. All right. So we can move as a unit. So Aquarius rising, who the fuck are you? And why do you doubt yourself? Why do you question your being? And why are you so afraid to share your energy? I got a few other questions, but let's work on those, man, because it's about you stepping into your power. So let's talk about Capricorn. Let's go forward a couple hours to the next sign. We need Pluto in the. I should have put this in equal house for real. I really should have, because it's getting to winter time. So my Placidus chart locally is kind of messed up, y'all. You might be able to see it. Yeah, it really. It's see Capricorn rising intercepted. You got the Pluto. I'm literally about to fix. I'm about to lock in and fix this, y'all. Pardon me. Give me like 1 second. How do I do this? Oh Lord. I have to edit the chart. I can do this. I know how to do this. Screen sharing has stopped. The window is closed. Well, let me show you my face for a second. I'm still here, guys. I am still here, certainly. You see, this is the thing. I'm talking about technology. I got to get good, but just know, guys, slow motion is better than no motion. Like, this might not be the best production quality, but I'm not about to gatekeep on y'all and teach you that Good is the enemy of perfect. Nah, we're gonna really get it in today. Okay, this is 10 times better, y'all. Let me show you the greatness. You saw that other one where Pluto was in the first with Capricorn. Oh, it's still there. Epic fail. Hold up. We're gonna shoot 3 times, okay? One, two, three. Boom. Same way. But bruh, you are joking. Oh no, I'm joking. I had to move the other way. Okay. It's this little shit that doesn't matter, man. That's my Virgo rising coming out. So it's like I literally got to go to the seconds to pull it off, man, just because of the way that Pluto is really at like zero Aquarius. This is like the most. Is this a waste of time? I low key think it is, man, but I digress. I think I'm teaching myself something, or maybe somebody, hopefully. But second house Pluto. So pay no attention to Pluto being in the first house. That doesn't even make any damn sense. Capricorn rising. I'm like clicking my ass off, man. Try to move this minute by minute, second by second. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. I give up. That's fucked. Capricorn rising. Oh, we got it. Oh shit. Bro, I gave up and I still pulled it off. Hell yeah. It just, you sometimes you got to be patient, man. You got to wait. You got to let things fall into place. You know, momentum. It can catch up with you over time. And that's really what it is. So, hey, this is for the Capricorn risings. You have Pluto transiting your second house, my friends. So this is a whole different ball game from the Pluto in the first. So for these 20 years, you guys are going to be going through uh money makeover, mastery session, and mastering your self-worth. Pluto in the second is all about evolving your resources. You become more resourceful, you do more with your energy, you appreciate yourself more, and you're focused on getting by yourself. And this again is a whole range of possibilities. And just like Pluto in the fucking first house, I just want to remind you guys like the earth is spinning. So while Pluto will be transiting this house of your natal chart for 20 years, every single day, Pluto will be in a different house every 2 hours, really, over the 24-hour rotation of the earth. So I'm just trying to say that it has time to hit all the houses, but effectively, second house energy is going to really revolve around your money, your resources, your ability to get by or succeed and thrive. And deeper than this, your value system, which is a little bit more esoteric, but the things that mean the most to you, your values, your vision, your morals, your sense of integrity, it's all going to come under scrutiny and it's going to need revision. So one thing with this transit is you're going to find a lot of these Capricorn rising people being more stubborn. You're going to find them being more closed off, having a harder time letting people in, sometimes really closed off from others. They kind of find themselves needing to change their own values and get out of that well that they stick themselves into. And really, I want to say something now it's running in my brain low key. So it's worth letting you guys know about how this works in astrology. Is polarity. It's really a key thing, guys. So for the Capricorn rising, they'll be kicking in their eighth house as well. Same thing with the Aquarius kicking in their seventh house. It's going to be about Aquarius and Leo energy for the next 20 years. So Capricorn rising people, it's going to be about the right investments, like where are we putting our money, where are we putting our time, are we getting paid enough, are we resourceful enough, do we waste too much, what do we value, what are we willing to compromise with, indulge in. I mean, and this is a Venus house, the second house, so you'll see all that go into revision too. And really that means loving yourself, validating yourself, taking care of all your needs, from physical material all the way up to the spiritual and everywhere in between. Like your validation needs to be enough. And also the thing about the second house, like this does strike to me as a lot of y'all could get very rich, have a shit ton of money, be more than self-sustaining. The abundance, it's like wealth in your second house. It's disgusting money. It's the fuck you money. It's like, I don't need your help. I got more than enough. Bitch, I could hire you. How the fuck are you gonna argue with me? It's that type of money. How the fuck are you gonna hate? I could pay your whole family's salary. What the fuck? You don't know shit about wealth. It's that type of wealth. It's about really getting it full sustainability, but at the same time, there's the illusion is the word of materialism, where you identify with your stuff. You start to think that you are your stuff too. So there's something to be said for you guys about you got to have it inside of you as well. All right. It's about self-esteem. I cannot emphasize that enough, Cap Rising. This 20 years is about, do you love yourself? And that will reflect through your investments and your interpersonal relationships, that eighth house energy. And really, the thing about the second and the eighth as well on the same spectrum of thought is that this is going to be heavy on your health too, for better or for worse. You're going to have to take care of yourself. I could say that to everybody, but especially the kind friends with Capricorn rising. Oh, yeah. You guys are going to need to lock in when it comes to your health and what you eat and what you spend your money on, how you spend your time. Okay. Like, be intentional with everything. Eighth house energy. Be very intentional. Be very precise and lock in and know what you're looking for within your life. What is it that you value is really the question. So, Cap Risings, I see you guys getting rich, unblocking your abundance blocks and learning how to really grow and contribute and share. I'm saying it wrong. Contribute to the world. Share your gifts. Share what's valuable for you. Some of you guys will get different jobs. You'll invest in certain skills. You'll become worthy in different ways, which is really going to set you up for a different trajectory in your life. And a lot of you guys who are already seeing the payoff, it's because of the way you value yourself, is what you have invested in already. Okay. So Pisces, let's go to Pisces. No, I'm tripping. Hold up. How did I go backwards? It would be Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going to have this in the third house. I love this for you guys. I have a third house Pluto, so I have a lot of ideas about this, basically. All right. So the chart is doing that fucking shit again, guys. So I'm just going to tell you that instead of wasting an hour on it, pay no attention to Scorpio rising, because this is really for the Sagittarius. Is one Sag, two Cap, three Aquarius. Boom, boom, boom. That's where it goes. So forget about this, bro. I put it on equal house and it's still fucked up. And I'm not trying to go down to the second again, bro. That was like pulling my own teeth out. I'm sorry, y'all. But just pretend for me, please. Okay. So we got Sagittarius rising, and this is Pluto in the third. And what's this mean? Oh, yeah, mental gymnastics. And also, what the fuck? I'm just going to say that again from the bottom of my heart. Pluto in the third is what the fuck? Like, I don't even have the words to describe what this shit is, because it's beyond language. It's perception. It's how you see the world. It's what is communicated to your consciousness as opposed to what you're able to express. So this is about a lot of learning for 20 years. Let me just put it that way. Like, you guys will be expanding your mind, evolving communication to say the least, but your idea of truth, that's going to be a elusive thing within these 20 years, which really is going to guide, direct, and dictate your life. All right. What the hell is going on? What the fuck is what I mean? So basically, there's mental breakthroughs, mental breakdowns, existential crises, moments of apotheosis. You guys are down for some shit, Pluto Sagittarius. This is going to be fucking amazing. Pardon my French, gang, because I'm excited. I got a Leo Mercury. I blame it on the planets. I should blame it on myself. Oh, shit. But I guess I don't care. Damn. Because I keep fucking up immediately. Just can't stop. Can't is a bad thought to think. So let's not think that. I could do anything I want and anything I put my mind to. But hey, and that's the attitude, Pluto in the third house. That's the attitude, Sagittarius rising. Let me also say that there's other things with the third house besides just talking and thinking. And the third house is how you move around. It's your surroundings and environment. Some of you guys will be moving. You'll be getting a new place to live. It's going to be motion in the ocean that keeps you guys steady with the devotion. If you're not getting enough movement, your mind and your ideas don't even get enough time and space to assimilate as well. So I want to say, guys, for a lot of you third house Pluto, a lot of you Sagittarius people, it's really going to be about you finding your voice and learning how to express yourself, how to communicate, how to reach into this world. And I'm telling you, I said this a little bit for the general group, but I am talking to you, Sagittarius rising, that you guys are going to find out how to free yourself through the internet specifically. It'll be through your content creation. It'll be through your personal brand, your website, all that stuff. You'll be able to make some shit shake for you and make your unique footprint in the world on a higher level through that as well. I'm not even bullshitting y'all. There's a probability here and also just a spread of people in the world, but I know somebody gonna hear this and do it or already is doing it, and I'm just very excited for you. I'm ecstatic. It's gonna be great. So get excited. Stay excited. Third house Pluto. You may have arguments as well, but isn't that every day, bro? Isn't that possible? It's the truth. So there's a lot of things that could happen in 20 years, but I can see people doing all types of shit, struggling to find their truth and going through a lot of changes in their life, wondering what the meaning of it is all really about, and if what they're doing reflects their integrity or is the highest leverage use of their time. Like, this is about your mentality, your mental plane for about 3 years. So regardless of what you do and where you do it, your attitude and perception to it is going to be a big part of it. Sagittarius rising. So it's like, I really do see this as a big part of it, like 20 years of attitude adjustments. No bullshit. It's a lot of getting your shit together, learning how to go with the flow, how to put a positive meaning to your life and take control of your conversation with yourself. And at the same time, being curious, being ready to learn, but remembering that you can't have it all figured out, because that would make life pointless. So Sag rising, man, never stop learning, get excited and share your voice. That's really the best thing I can say. And I also see you guys getting busy with the people in the 20 years, and your social life will be a lot more affected because it's Pluto. I want to say a lot of times I want to be able to put it in a certain direction, but affected is the most general way I can say it, because some of these Sag people will be social butterflies and have a million people and connections to talk to, and some of them will be like completely isolated and not knowing how to talk too. So like there's spots in between too, and other polarities to look at. So I just will say that just make sure you know your voice is powerful, Sag. Let's go into Scorpio. And it's so close, man. I almost got it that time. Like, yeah, I don't want to go seconds. Let's go 30 seconds. Boom, I got it. Okay, right on. So here we got the Scorpio rising chart with Pluto in the fourth. That's exactly where it goes. And Scorpio rising, get ready for the ride of your freaking life, dude, because your heart is going down the drain, going down the fucking toilet. It's insane. And you're going to be reborn like a phoenix, but that's every day, bro, for a Scorpio ho. So Pluto's shaking shit up in your fourth house, your family. Oh yeah, it's going to get intense. And that means that you might have great times with your fam. You may also feel disconnected from your fam on some level. There's so much that could happen, man, in 20 years. But I also know that a lot of people do have a Pluto. They might have a kid during the fourth or the fifth house Pluto, but it's intention. There's ways to have that or none of that, depending on what you really want. It's not guaranteed you'll have a kid, bro. It's like, if I got pregnant, I don't know what I would think. I'd be like, oh shit. So essentially, this is about, like, whereas the third house Pluto was more like mental evolution, this is emotional evolution. So it's really going to be about you guys going to therapy and getting help for your traumas, or find ways to heal, and just maturing internally, having different ways of adapting to life and finding comfort. And it's really going to reflect different people that you bring close to you as well, beyond, what is it? John and Kate plus 8, however many kids you want to have. You can have a lot of close people come through in the fourth house, because this is the moon energy. It's near and dear to your heart. And this will kind of bring all of your close relationships and even your personal life under this magnifying glass with Pluto in the fourth for 20 years. And really the best thing here is you have this emotional mastery chapter, and that can make you really calm and solemn and peaceful and, just powerful on the inside if you really embrace this energy. And that's the most beautiful thing about it, is that you can also improve your psychic abilities rapidly. And a lot of y'all, it's really going to be necessary at this time for you to really find equilibrium within life and understand where you are and where the world is and what's the difference between the two. Because there is a difference and there is some parallel as well. So it's really about mapping out your internal world, right? And making sure that your family is aligned. All right. Pluto is power and intention on the deepest level. It can be unconscious shit too. I said that twice. I lagged out. I said too. You guys know that, you know what that is? I'm about to dance for y'all. Hold up. And you may move with Pluto in the fourth, have to switch environments. I heard this from another astrologer, so I will say this might sound oblique. I got it from someone else, but Pluto in the fourth, you may also want to check your house for mold or see if there's toxic shit. Make sure your carbon monoxide detectors and smoke detectors and all that is good, because change is in the home, you know? But you're gonna be burying a lot of those hatchets, man, and letting a lot of those emotional burdens down. You'll regenerate yourself. You'll be happier, more open-hearted, and life's gonna be great. Unless you die, life will be over. But hey, we can't predict death. Even if you could, why would you? Essentially, you have every day to live your life to the fullest. So that's what we're gonna do, Scorpio rising. And put your heart into it. And I want to say also for Scorpio, as I'm switching over, Scorpio, home is where the heart is, right? So you really just got to listen to your inner self, listen for that calling, because the call comes from inside the house. Okay? Real shit. So Libra, LeBra, LeBra, LeBron James. I'm really doing it by the minute right now, y'all. Pluto in the fifth. Pluto and a fish. Oh shit, chart lagging out. Oh Lord, we're going back to Virgo. Oh, okay. So Libra, Libra rising, you beautiful souls. You're gonna have Pluto transiting your fifth, Pluto on the soul for like 20 years. Oh Lord, give me some. I better get some of that. So Pluto in the fucking fifth. This is a good time because you guys are about to evolve like Optimus Prime. I'm not even joking. That's what house is this? The fifth house. So Pluto is evolving. The fifth house is really all about you. Damn, that's so cool. So it looks like the ball is in your court, kind of like the Aquarius rising. I assume that you guys and Gemini will probably do the best during Pluto and Aquarius. But what's cool about you guys is like everything in the world revolves around you right now. No bullshit, Libra. God, like I feel myself attracted to this energy already. Like it's intense and I want it so bad. It's infectious. It's powerful. It's primal. It's like there's something magic about this energy, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not even trying to exaggerate or be weird or even like lofty or use fillers in this shit. This is genuinely what I mean. Pluto in the fifth is gonna be 20 years of evolving your character, your identity, the ways you see yourself. Like this is the sun's energy, fifth house. So the way you even act, the stuff that you do, what you're attracted to, the consciousness, the light of your sun, it's going to be transformed. And I feel like I'm leaning to the positive sides of this transit at this point, just by the way, because, that's the vision I'm getting. It's like, this will feel like solid gold. It's going to feel alive, vibrant, amazing. But at the same, and I feel it in my freaking heart, dude. It's like that heart center, but like the space between the heart and the solar plexus. I feel that there's so much greatness in this, but there's a lot of pain, a lot of bullshit, a lot of Pluto you might have to be able to endure or transmute in order to get that. This is pain within the solar plexus. This is pain within the heart. And it's all the shit that holds you back from being your full self. And a lot of this is fear. It's self deprecation, self-hatred, it's self-judgment, it's insecurity, it's empathing off of other people's judgments, and then mix that with insecurity, you start taking on negative voices and stuff. It's like the bad ways you relate to yourself, the things that you've been told about who the fuck you are, that's going to have to get purged as well. The fifth house is really the inner child house, y'all. It's the higher self, the inner child, and the ego all wrapped up in one. This is the sun, the spirit. It's a very big placement in astrology, and I feel like it's the most common placement in astrology, or commonly known. But because people don't really know how to separate the other planets, they might not tap the full potential of their sun for real. But there is such, like, I'm a Leo, by the way. I had to let you know. But the thing about the sun, I'm trying to tell you guys, this is really one of those planets that it's so important. It's really one of the most important placements in the chart. Not the most important. I think it all needs to be understood, but this is about the Libra risings getting the most out of their sun. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys are going to be true artists at this time. You may have babies too, you know, that may be a part of it with Pluto in the fifth. And if this is the case, man, you're going to have some very interesting, very unusual children that are highly gifted, very bright, very insightful, ahead of their fucking time, dude. I'm telling you, these kids are going to be brilliant. But Pluto in your fifth really is going to make you go after everything that's fun for you, everything that's entertaining, everything that is meaningful for you, hopefully, you know, because entertainment is one thing that also reflects a deeper part of you, what you are entertained by, what you think is funny and fun and distasteful. So I take this fifth house Pluto, 20 years, character development, living integrity more and more. It's like, bro, when I say character development, I hope you guys are getting enough pictures in your head about what that means. Like, there'll be embarrassing fails and crushing defeats, but amazing glory and success and lessons that come from, you know, putting your will into the world, being a conscious operator of your life, creating your life. All right. And I've just seen, you know, like there's virtues and vices, man. So it's like, you know, your karma comes through action. So the shit that you do, you sow, you have to reap. And it's like, you know, a lot of people might have a fifth house Pluto kid transit, you know, have a baby, but it's like, did you have a baby because you were in love and y'all decided to create the home, or was it that you were in a state of discontent, so you went out clubbing and, oh god damn, now you got a baby? Now the baby has to inherit the conditions of your apathy. And that's rough, bro, because like, I'm sorry for how I say this shit, but I'm not sorry for what I say. Cause like, hey, I know I got a big mouth. I got third house Pluto. So it's like some of y'all needed to hear that preemptively. Some of y'all already heard that shit because it already happened. And you're like, damn, some of y'all have made peace with it. I think somebody might have even got a wake up call. They're like, oh shit, my kids got to deal with that too. Yeah, they do as well. The energy. And that's life. That's how you got here too. That's how you were born. Like, maybe potentially, you know, we all, what did they say? The goddamn apple falls off the tree. How else could it get on the ground? You know, that's just how it is. So don't take yourself too damn seriously during this fifth house Pluto transit. That's how you could fuck it up. That's how you could break your own back and also be too, like on the wrong side of things, because this fifth house Pluto is really, the world is revolving around me, but you could also fall deep in those vices and illusions and self-righteousness and avoidance and lying and being a bullshit human, truly, you know. Because I mean, and everybody has the potential to do that, but I will just say that's what I mean when I say character development, dude. It's not about the result you get, it's about the person you choose to be. That's integrity. It's about showing up regardless if you get a fucking reward. It's about being humble. Fifth house Pluto energy. It's about wielding the crown of humility and recognizing the divinity in that shit. So I think you guys get the message. I love this energy so much. I really want some of it. I'm actually very blessed because I do have my progress chart in Libra right now. So hallelujah. I'll take me a slice if you don't mind if I do. Okay. Ooh, let's talk about me now, guys. Hello. It's your boy, Mr. Meyer. Virgo rising ass. Okay. Hey, Virgo rising. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try really quick if we can do it. If not, I'm not too worried about it. But this is Pluto in the sixth, actually. And I know you guys see me getting swole. Pluto in the sixth is going to be a whole transformation of your body and your health, your schedule, your routine. And I am telling you guys, in this 20 years, you're about to master your body and your mind. This is the grind. Okay. This is like David Goggins meets Arnold Schwarzenegger meets RoboCop meets the Terminator meets Chuck Norris meets Elon Musk and Godzilla and some alien from outer space. It's like those all come together to make you a superhuman Giga Chad or Giga Stacy, whatever, or or a Giga Larry. It doesn't matter what your name is, Jabroni. The point is, Pluto in the sixth for the Virgo people, it's about you becoming your greatest version and also you finding your true calling. Okay. It's the things that you do every day, those daily rituals, those habits, those routines that you get in check, that you find a way to make conducive to your growth and goals and standards. And you raise those standards and you become addicted to self-improvement. And the better you get, the better you get. And you self-optimize, meta program. The longer you stay in this race, the further you get ahead of everybody. And there will be people that are eons behind you. And you may not relate to a lot of these people too, because you're not willing to sacrifice your sanctity and sovereignty of temple or do anything deleterious to your health, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, financial, spiritual. It's about purity. It's about really being a refined version of yourself. Work is going to be a very big part of the sixth house Pluto transit. And off the top, a lot of people will lose their jobs, quit their jobs, promote themselves to customer, so to speak. They might even create a new job, become an entrepreneur, find a way to serve. Some will go into volunteer work to find that true calling. And hey, man, talking about schedules, there'll be a lot of Virgo rising people, sixth house Pluto motherfuckers that are just lazy bums, don't do shit, entitled as fuck, be a full-time heathen, full-time jabroni. You get me? There's a lot of ways this could play out, but I just encourage you to lean towards the positive side because this transforms focus. If I could just be real simple, transforms your focus. And that's going to really adjust not just the way that you interact with life and the choices you make leading into job and career service. It would also reflect your mental health, which would also reflect your emotional health and also your physical health. All of this is going to be refined in these 20 years, gang. So like, I really love the sixth house. I'm a Virgo rising, FYI. But as I've felt this energy come into my body, because this is my transit with you guys, we're in this boat together, I feel so much more sensitive. I feel so much more aware, so much more conscious of my life and my energy. And this moves me naturally towards health and wellness and vibrancy and well-being. And the things I used to like doing don't give me the same grow and glow and joy. And I just want to get better. And I'm very excited to do so. So it all revolves around that routine and the habits that you can really set up to create a stable pattern of betterment. Okay. Okay. What else I could say? Oh yeah, I could, because bro, I could yap your ear off with my Leo Mercury and make it real descriptive because y'all got the picture, but I'm telling you, man, it's this Virgo freaking work on the inside. It's like chopping up in a blender all of your self-deprecation or hate or anxiety or worry and your little fears, like all that bullshit overthinking you do all the goddamn time, Virgo. Damn. It's like what it is. And I realized this the other night. I think I did, so I'm gonna put this into words. I was doing prayer and ritual and stuff, and I got this, and it was that it's literally the way you see things. It's the perspective, it's focus. It's even the good shit that's negative to you. And that plays out in so many ways, but like things are great, but you have this negative attitude towards life and towards things, and you are like consciously willing and moving towards advancement, but you even look at that with negative expectations and shit. And it's just like the attitude absolutely has to be flipped upside down unconsciously, and the patterns have to be interrupted. You got to remember that it's like your consciousness is everything. And I'm still not able to articulate what I'm trying to say, but it's in that direction, guys. So part of me, I'm like way off in the Pluto third house. I just like, I wish I could flash gang signs at you and explain this or something because the words are not doing it justice. But I know you guys have something to cling on to with all the words I've said. It's like, man, just trying to paint a more picture-y picture. But hey, Virgo rising, be your best self and really embrace the true calling. And I want to say with Pluto in the sixth, a couple other things as I'm switching. There's more coming to me. So much could happen, but you guys may find a lot of haters, some dumbass jabronis that just want to stop you from what you're doing. People want to be openly antagonistic. Try not to be a hater yourself so you don't attract this into your life, first of all. But second of all, if you're doing anything great, you'll get haters, man. And you got to recognize that there's no enemies within, there's no enemies without. And when you protect your purpose protects you. Be willing to compete in your space, of course, because life does revolve around competition on some levels. But if you're not trying to step on other people's toes, man, take that hate as encouragement and acceleration. And don't feel the need to attend every argument you're invited to, okay? Because a lot of people will hate, and you may feel a lot of hate in your own self too, and throw that around. So just be careful with what you attract into your life, Virgo rising. It's the sixth house. It also, I want to say on that same spectrum of thought, this might not sound completely parallel, but this sixth house transit for Virgo, sixth house Pluto is also going to give tremendous opportunities to learn and grow. And this may even come in forms of like taking on a mentorship or going to school or taking on an obligation, being a servant, being an apprentice, something like that. So be on the lookout for that too as you go through the sixth house Pluto. So this is for my seventh house Pluto, this Aquarius, seventh house, aka Leo rising. We're halfway through the wheel for real. And the thing about the Leo people, this is relationship revolution. This is new people, powerful moves within your life too. Because really, polarity is so important in astrology, guys, because this affects the first house just as much as the seventh, truly. So Leo rising, this is your time to shine, man. Pluto is going to be really, it's aspecting the ascendant for you at some point. It doesn't even matter where your degree is. It'll hit the whole Leo at some point. So it aspects your ascendant. And this is a powerful time for you in your life, this next 20 years. I know Leo, and I am a Leo, by the way, but especially the Leo rising people, I know you guys always know that you're special and there's something about you that's different and beautiful and necessary and amazing that this world needs to experience, that you need to express. And that's really what's going on right now. There's a lot of ways this will play out for a lot of people. There's millions of Leo risings. You just happen to be a conscious one on my channel right now. So the point I'm getting at now is that this is about you stepping into your greatness. 1,000%. It's the seventh house of relationships, but just as much as other people, it's about you versus you, the relationship to yourself going through revolution, you becoming your greatest version, your most powerful essence. Forget the things that you do. It's about who you are. Don't forget the things you do, but you should understand I'm adding gravity. All right. Go full throttle, go full send in your life, be intentional with everything. And this will absolutely revolve around relationships too, where you're going to have to scrutinize the people around you and the connections that you have and the network and put yourself around the right people. And also, I will say that like this is deep. Take it. I mean, some of y'all want a deep breath, I guess. This shit is about confronting abandonment fears. Yes, it's going to be powerful relationships, powerful people, but it's this needingness to be needed, this wanting to be liked, this fear of being alone, among other things, that makes relationships so fucking difficult for some of y'all. And you get love and you get power confused, and it's just hard for you to really trust somebody. And that's because you're so wrapped up in your own goddamn life. So you're going to learn how to really relate, how to really balance yourself, how to really compromise. You'll be forced to, man, because a lot of people at this time aren't just going to be interested in following you for no fucking reason. Because life is reciprocal. It should be symbiotic if you really are connecting and sharing energies. I mean, and this is going to change, like what I'm about to say, pretty soon, relatively. But yeah, in this beginning chart, Saturn's in your eighth house of Pisces. So it's just like I really do see a lot about the learning how to set your boundaries up and have a great exchange, a productive exchange with somebody, all the people in your life. And to me, there's going to be changes in relationships to say the least. So people may find new partners, interesting people, like even soulmates, meaningful connections on a spiritual level will come into life, and also breakups and endings of relationships and stuff like that. It'll definitely happen too. And, maybe new partnerships. You may find opportunities come through people as well, business, collaborators, things like that. Just powerful people. It might not even be that serious on an interpersonal level, but just you find people come into your life and they end up transforming you. It's amazing. So, no superficial connections and raw energy, real connection. And really, to me, Leo, it says inspiring others. You being the person that attracts the great people, or recognizing the greatness you can share with others and what you can take from others, how people can be a powerful part of your life. I think that's really what it means. And I'll leave it at that, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And sometimes I'd be making about 30 words to try to make a picture. That's the picture I want for you. Okay. I love you, Leo. Think about it. Okay. And how can this be the best 20 years of your life? Really is the question. And if I were you, Leo, I would obsess over me. You is what I mean. Like, I would look at your natal Pluto. I would look at your natal North Node. I would look at the Saturn, the Jupiter, and the Sun, and aspects and rulership, and really go further, transit, progression, use this esoteric science to leverage me forward through my unique gifts. That's what I would do. Simplified astrology. So Cancer rising. I love this for you guys. You guys are lucky. Cancer rising. Pluto loves the 8th house. Pluto's going to be here. And this is crazy. The chart I'm using, I'm literally rewinding it backward to change the ascendant. I literally backed Pluto's ass up into Capricorn. This is Pluto in Aquarius, FYI. Shit, I might go forward a day and see if I can get it right. Let's go forward like a bunch of days. Go forward 2 today. Why not? I gotta go back to Cancer rising at like 0 degrees. Okay, but Pluto in the 8th, this is Pluto home. So really, I want to tell you guys, Cancer rising, this is a great time for you, Pluto in the 8th. It might be kind of an intense time, an intense 20 years. It might be spooky at times. Let me be real. But it is going to be great. It's going to be for your best and highest good. So the thing that's great about Pluto being home is that you'll just have this unconscious, instinctive, uncanny ability to recognize things in your life that don't serve you, that are holding you back, that are frustrating you, that are taking your power, essentially. And you'll be able to let go of them easier. Some of these things will just start flying out of your life, period. But this is a power development arc, okay? It's intense inner transformation. The 8th house is also about your psychology, how you relate to yourself, the things beneath the scenes too. So that being said, there's going to be a lot of shadow work for you guys, a lot of purging, a lot of eliminating the old toxic emotion, negative emotion, if you want to call it that, like the anger and the pain, a lot of pain, frustration, sadness, remorse, guilt, shame, embarrassment, fear, envy, jealousy. Oh, buddy, what else? Anything else? Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. Deep regret. It's like this is not regret, it's super regret. Oh shit. What else do we got in here? Box of demons. We'll just throw that over to the left, man. Make a pile. Come on now. This 8th house is deep, bro. What else you got? It goes on for a while, man. But I will just say that this is also one of these signs that's going to have the potential to be very powerful internally, very calm, very collected, very at peace and at one with themselves, because they confront their own stuff. They confront their own bullshit. They get to understand who they are, how they tick. Okay. Breaking free from the past, essentially. You purge what's not working. You become unbreakable at that point because you've transformed. You're armored up. You're a hard body, hard soul. You get me? And this is powerful relationships too, Cancer. I'm telling you, just as much as the 7th house for the Leo, the Cancer people, they're going to find soulmates and real connections and people that really do play an important part in their life on a development level, on an evolution level, on a transformation level. And really, guys, that's the undertone of the eighth house. Most of us think about our time frame here in about 50 to 100-year increments, but this Pluto shit really transcends time on some level. And that's something that's even hard to think about in the third dimension, but I should say that this is really about your soul's development too. So definitely unconsciously driven towards growth. And that's going to mean that there's no telling what comes up for the Cancer rising people, man. And you're going to really want to watch your transit specifically at this time and watch your Pluto, your North Node, all that stuff, man, because I'm not in any way trying to be vague. I'm trying to tell you guys this is very intense and deep, and this is a very serious, unpredictable time with Pluto in the eighth. My opinion, it's good. People always want to know how I judge this shit. I think it's good personally, but at the same time, this just says it's raw power for you to play with, and you're going to want to work on being intentional at this time. Your relationship to power will define how this plays out for you, too. And that's something to think about. But beyond that, it's really going to be, at best, about you wanting more power and you being willing to get it, and you assimilating power symbols in your life and recognizing your weaknesses and fucking destroying them. And that's the mode to success with all that you color yourself. I promise. So I can yap more, but I think I can't top that. Let me just drop the mic. Let's go to Gemini. And this is Pluto in the ninth house, okay? Pluto in the ninth house, pay no attention to the Taurus rising. We got the right house. This is going to be about evolving your mind, expanding your horizons, changing your beliefs too. And the beautiful thing about the ninth house Pluto for the Gemini rising, it's a general self-development arc. You'll have a more openness to life's experiences and new tasks and ways of seeing things. And just the old is kind of going to get let go of as well. And this is powerful information, powerful philosophies. This is really going to be like a lot of spiritual awakenings for the Gemini people. And this is an interesting thing I want to note as well, is that Uranus will go into Gemini within the first year of Pluto Aquarius. So, oh yeah, a lot of these Gemini people are about to be breaking out the box. And this is also going to be really good for them on the internet and how they share their information, how they teach the world, how they learn. So there's going to be a lot of these Gemini people becoming teachers, mentoring other people and sharing their unique knowledge. And it'll go both ways, where they're going to find great teachers and mentors too. All right. And there's going to be that itch to travel. Like, you got to get out of the house, not just for a vacation, maybe that, but a spiritual journey, an expedition, a voyage, a pilgrimage. It's going to be all that. It's about living your life to the fullest. It's about, I actually want to see how far it can be. I want to have experiences. It's not about the day-to-day, the easy, the familiar, the boring for you guys. It's going to be about having more fun and having great connections with people. Okay. So Gemini rising, I also just want to say that on a more extreme note, like, everything that you think you know will probably have to be questioned. You may wonder why you're here more than anybody. You may feel kind of trapped inside of your mind. Like, as far as the personal evolution goes, I really want to reiterate to you guys that it's going to be about your mental life, your mental, and more specifically the spiritual life. Sagittarius was more mental in the third, but for you guys, it'll go both ways. And it's really going to be about the faith you have in life. It's going to come under question at best. I kind of showed you at best, but at worst, this is going to be a deep nihilism, a cynicism, seeing the world and everything as wrong inherently in some way, just having a negative picture of yourself in life and having to get to grips with your own psychology and change that shit. And kind of similar to Libra, when I said it was going to be a very powerful energy with this in a firehouse, it's going to be great for a lot of you guys, but at the same time, your character has to be examined and you have to be willing to be a great person. And that means to not lie to yourself and justify your bullshit and avoid confrontation when you know better. Stop being fucking stupid. I'm not trying to be a dick when I say that. And my definition of stupid is not the Einstein definition, even though I guess it might be parallel. So he said, allegedly, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's stupid, which I agree with, I guess. My definition is when you operate deliberately lower than your known potential. That's what I think stupid is. So that's why I said it. I'm not trying to make people feel upset, but that's just like that's sage advice for me. It's round logic for me to follow in my own life. So I give it with love. And there's a point, man, where I want to be palatable, but it's really fuck your feelings, man, because that's how life is, man. We just gotta be good. We just gotta do better. Even on a philosophic level, dude, ninth house shit. Like, so hope you're walking with me. That's basically what I got for you. Is that ninth house Pluto on a deep Jupiter level, you become the higher self. Okay, the ultimate teacher, the master teacher. You join the hidden company. You take this shit seriously. But hey, that's for the Gemini rising. Who am I? I'm just a Virgo rising. I'm just a chill guy. So let's talk about Taurus. Taurus rising, 10th house. Oh, shit. Taurus rising. This is going to be a powerful time in your life, to say the least. Career changes, career flexing, world domination is really what 10th house Pluto feels like for me. World domination. And it's going to be about you taking control of your life in the world. You rising to power. Everyone bowing down to thee, to thou. Oh, cow. Holy cow. You look like a Giga Chad. You look like the Mega Pokemon evolution. You look Godzilla up there. Like, how did you get on top of that mountain? That's what it's going to be like, climbing the corporate ladder. Some of y'all will fire yourself and say, bitch, I'm the boss. And then, like, knock over a plant as you're walking out the office. Say, you can't fire me. I quit. Real shit. So, Taurus, I take this as truly a lot of these. We'll check it out. Mark my words now, guys, as Pluto starts. But, like, as far as politicians go, let's track it and see how many politicians or entrepreneurs arise in this time that really got the Taurus rising energy. Because I see it already, dude. Like, they're gonna come into power. Oh, that's the cool thing about astrology. It's happening. All right. So what does this mean? You know, the climb is gonna look different for everybody, but regardless, there's an internal part of the journey. So the Taurus people, it's going to be about really learning how to appreciate their agency at best. What does agency mean? It could be like a physical entity, but I'm talking about your drive, your ability to do things. That's what I mean when I say agency. On some level, some of you Taurus people are going to have discipline forced on you. And that could be 10 things now that I'm thinking about what I just said. You know, it could be like you learning how to get your shit together and wake up at the right time and show up for work and actually do the work. Or it could look like you go to fuck to jail. Don't collect, don't pass go. You know, your ass, it needs to be corrected. Discipline type shit. So try not to fuck up, okay? Try to be a law-abiding citizen. Fucking beyond try, just do it. Fuck all they're talking to do, unless the society needs to change. And I mean, it's your life, man. Do what you want to do with Pluto in the 10th. But with this one, I know you guys are going to have some power struggles at work. You know, that might even result in some of you guys quitting, but people just don't get it. It's about authority. I mean, and this is fucked up, but another way that this could play out is, you know, truly Pluto Capricorn energy. Motherfuckers try to dominate you with their authority. That sucks. You might have a shitty boss, or just find a shitty, powerful person that feels like they can be a cruel dickhead, you know? So I would encourage for everybody, but especially for these Taurus rising people, that, you know, self-defense, you take care of yourself, you honor your boundaries, you stay situationally aware as well. But I also see this is going to be like, rest in peace to your comfort zone, man, because this grind time, it's really about goals, goals, goals. I want to move forward, want to move forward. Like a burning desire to take on the world, to take on career. And really, if you can do this internal work and, you know, master yourself, all the external work will be a lot easier. And I know this is the 10th house, but that's really what I get for the Taurus rising people, is that this angular house is going to put you in the self-mastery arc. All right. And through discipline and through conscious control, you'll be able to really overcome inefficiencies and ineptitudes. Okay. So let's talk about the Aries rising. Aries rising. I want to, because I feel it in my aura, in my guts, in my intuition that the Taurus was like, that's not enough, bro. So if you're still here, Taurus, if you didn't click off the video with your impatient ass, let me also say that this really is about people bowing down to you. 10th house energy. I'm moving the chart at this moment, but People really are like, yo, that's an amazing person. I want to worship this person, giving you all the success, all the glory, all the power. It's really about recognition. It's about you being the best person you can be and other people seeing that, Taurus. Like people are gonna really be inspired by you and you're gonna feel proud of yourself and you're gonna know that you really did it with that grind and that grit. All right. So a lot of you guys will be famous. A lot of you guys will really come into the public. Beyond what I said about like entrepreneurs, politicians, no, it's like a lot of people are just gonna get power in their personal life. This could be like the influencer lifestyle or the private jet, or like, fuck you, dude. I just trade Forex. I'm my own boss. Like I got 10 businesses. What, you got 20? Okay, cool. Let's link up. Let's make another 15. It's like, sorry, man, the money's calling. I can't pick up the phone right now. I got 3 phones on my ear right now. I'm getting paid. Gatorade. Okay. So hope that's what you needed to hear, because ultimately the thing about this Pluto energy, guys, we can do generally what we want within the laws of time and space for the most part. I will say this is a weird thing, but as far as 10th house Pluto, there's something karmic about this house, Saturnian about this house, and your prior deeds and actions will also say a lot about your potentials when it comes to the energy. And what I mean by that, you got to do the right thing at the right time, but you also got to be the right person. And all things being equal, some could go the same way at the same thing, but because they're different people, prior experiences, even in prior lifetimes, one could succeed and one could fail. So that's something to think about. Okay. You may not agree, but that's really what I feel like sharing to you right now. Okay. So, Aries rising, we're almost done. And I'm kind of sad, bro, when we get to the end of the wheel. But Aries, this is going to be a good time for you, man. How do I know that? I don't. I'm being optimistic. You could die. You could crash out. Who knows what the future holds? The end. Okay, now Pisces. I'm playing. Okay, so the thing about the Aries, man, this is the cool thing about you guys in general is like the houses are pretty congruent. So you got Pluto in the fuckering. I'm sorry, yo. I'm trying to get the houses and second by second, it's not aligning. I'm derailing. My Virgo rising is itching. I'm trying to move it. See, we got Pisces. We need Aries. Okay, boom, Aries. Pluto in the 11th. We got it. Okay. Because I would move Pluto in and Aries would move out and just, oh my goodness, we got it. Okay. So Aries rising, 11th house. This is squad goals, social rebirth. Mm-hmm. Cutting out the weak links, man. Cutting out the betas. Having to surround yourself with sigmas. Because this mogger get mogged. You think we're playing Kermit the Frog? Hell no. That's not the T. Oui. So Pluto in the 11th tells me it's about the mastermind. It's about the hive mind squad goals. You can do way more in a collective effort. So why you aren't posting your content is beyond me. I have no fucking idea why you don't do that shit. You must be afraid of people. Oh, Pluto on the 11th. Okay, damn. Okay, it makes too much sense. So, hey, you're going to have to come out of your shell then. You're going to have to learn how to put yourself out there. You're going to have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet as an individual. Oh, yeah. You're going to make sure you can't be the weak link. Leadership only happens through example. So I think that's all you really need to hear. But I know it's about to change for you. And really, this is very intuitive for me, esoteric. I'm getting like star card energy, that 11th house, that Aquarius energy. This is your dreams coming true in these 20 years. This is a very fixed house. You can do the work and get the payoff, man. And I really think there's something we said about the good luck and the fortune. The more you really focus on the greater good, the more you focus on inspiring other people, the more that energy comes back to you for you to utilize. And it's like when you get along with the current as opposed to going against it, you have the leverage of the universe behind you as opposed to blocking you. So that's really what I see with this one. It's about being a maverick, being independent, being a pioneer. Okay. And learning how to lead. And leading also means you have to know how to follow and defer to other people that are better than you. Seriously. And then you have to put people in a position to succeed as well and employ their strengths. And that's the mode of success, Aries rising. A lot of this stuff you're going to have to do by yourself, because I also get this energy of like some of y'all don't want to be alone. You got this buddy buddy syndrome. So you only want to do the fun shit or the meaningful shit when someone does it with you. So you have to learn how to do it by your damn self. Like, hey, two heads are better than one. It's truly teamwork in the dream work, etc. But hey, if you need somebody anything external to get you going, you won't go. That's what I'm trying to say. So get after it, man. No basic goals. We're pushing for changing the world. We're pushing for social impact. We're pushing for interacting with this life in a way that's positive for everybody. Live it to the fullest. Okay. Aries rising. This is about greatness for you. Seriously. Like I could say so much. The last thing I want to just say is that, Pluto is in the Uranus house. It's about you. And dude, Pluto, and this is the crazy thing about Pluto in Aquarius. It's already ruled by Uranus. So these two planets are kind of like going to be commingling over 20 years. Uranus does what? It liberates, it breaks you free, and Pluto empowers. So, bro, you put those energies together, it's like a train going full speed, but it's also like electrically charged, untouchable. And it's got like psychic abilities and radio towers and all types of stuff coming out the train, too. It's collecting data and projecting signals. And you're just like, bro, this is a highly evolved futuristic machine. It's like becoming more than a human, Homo Deus. It's like becoming a god or a goddess. Not only knowing that you have the power to create and co-create, but doing that to your highest potential, embracing that inspiration and leveraging it fully to new levels, new heights, showing people new things, embracing, let's say, God's will, and leveraging it forward through action, interaction, collaborative effort, creation, interacting with society, evolving the world in a more pronounced way. This is some crazy shit, man. Like, I love this energy. So it's going to be weird. 20 years is a lot, but I'm telling you guys, there's going to be some weird changes that happen in this world over that amount of time. And a lot of these Aries rising people are going to cause it, for better or for worse. And I really don't even like that I said for better or for worse. Just say they're going to cause it. It doesn't even matter. Because the way we judge it isn't even objective. This is the crazy thing, guys. The way we judge this shit isn't even the way that it objectively is. And that's something to think about. So let's talk about Pisces. Pisces. This is the not the last, but we already did Aquarius, I guess. So hey, Pisces, this is going to be in your 12th. And I think this is very special, very interesting. Can I move it right? Okay, boom. Oh, Lord. You see Aquarius pop out? Oh, okay. I'll click this 40,000 times. We need 30 seconds. Doesn't matter. Pisces, 12th house, Pluto transit, Pluto in Aquarius. So it's a spiritual awakening like no other. Pluto about to rock your shit. Pluto's about to wake your ass up. Pluto's gonna like jump on you like the night hag, jump on your bed. It's me smacking the microphone, smack you in the face, and say, "Hey, bitch, are you sleeping?" You're like, what? And then you're like, oh, yeah. And then it says, go back to sleep. Oh, and then the night hag disappears. You're like, oh shit, bro. Did I just get mugged? Who was that? Why was she so thick? So the spiritual awakening is no joke because what you thought you knew was not what is. New information, that is. Pluto's like, hey, what if it was all a dream? What if it was all an illusion? Your deepest, most subconscious fears are going to come up, truly. This is going to be an intense one, Pisces, kind of like the Cancers and Scorpios. Like these water houses, you guys are going to get emotional mastery from this 20 years. And it's becoming awake spiritually. What do I mean by that? Like you remembering that you can create, that your dreams are actually a petition from your soul. No bullshit, guys. Like a lot of people are asleep in their life. They're not conscious. They're actually just walking from one thing to the next, self-sabotaging even, not using their time, not respecting their temple of body, mind, and spirit. And also looking at their opportunities like fantasies. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about making your dreams real. And there's layers of purpose, concentric circles. You penetrate one, you might even get bored with that, and then you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And there's something to be said about your mysticism and your quest to find the spirit of the universe and understand yourself in all things and journey into the cosmos. This is that Pisces energy for you guys, and it's really going to be highlighted. And I will just say that Pisces is spiritual off rip. So I think Pluto will also empower a lot of you guys to really make changes in the world too, with this energy in your 12th house. And this is opposite the 6th, of course. So a lot of this is going to play out through you guys' specific work, the schedule, the service, the way that you provide for the world, your talents, your skills, the aid and the help that you give. It's going to be very beautiful. So I love it. I really do. And Pisces, this tells me there's going to be a lot of running from yourself. And you're going to need to learn how to sit the fuck still and just look in the mirror for a little bit and stop avoiding things. All your escapism, your self-destructive tendencies, your bad habits, that self-undoing, it's going to come up to confront you. And you're going to have to be willing to sacrifice and make the right changes fundamentally with who you are so that you can be who you need to be at this time. For real. And have love and respect for yourself so you don't avoid your life or involve yourself in the wrong things and become a martyr to your life. And there's a boundary needed there too, where you have to serve and give your gifts to the world, but don't become a victim of the sacrifices that you make. So Pluto is going to teach a lot of you guys to self-prioritize and to isolate for the right reasons too. Whatever that means to you. I'm telling you, it's going to be the deepest. And also, I take it that a lot of you guys will be just interested in the mysteries of life and why are we here and the esoteric knowledge. And a lot of Pisces astrologers are going to pop up at this time, and tarot readers and diviners and healers and, mystics and teachers and scientists and all of that, botanists and chemists and alchemists and everything. But also see, it's like these people will learn how to really manifest their dreams and teach everybody else about manifestation as well. So pay attention to your dreams, write them down, look at the pattern of them as well. And it's a good time to tell you, Pisces, and really everybody, that this is going to be an interesting 20 years to say the least, maybe somewhat unpredictable with the energy of Uranus. So the best thing you can do is look at your specific chart and watch how Pluto transits Aquarius and how it's going to aspect the fixed signs through square, opposition, or conjunction, or the air signs through trines or any other angle. And look at your chart. Higher time frames hold higher power. You have a map to your life right now, so make sure you use it. Your birth chart. If you need help whatsoever with the birth chart, hit the link down below, get Simplified Astrology, or if it's open, you can book a personal reading. It's Mr. Meyer with the Fire, here to take the collective vibe higher, and that is all I got for you guys. Be well.